different because I'm used to doing drama, rom-coms on TV and in film. It was, I guess, intriguing for me. Yung Mallari, I mean, the name itself, and when I googled and I found out that it actually existed. That's when I realized that it's gonna be based on a true story. It was hard because 3 roles, eh. So I just parang as an actor, I guess that's the challenge, not knowing what to expect by just saying yes. I guess for me, I was up for the challenge and I just wanted to do something different. And when this came about, I guess it just all fell into place. And the production value alone was a big consideration. It was very ambitious, but they lived up to the expectations and everything. So I was really happy about that.
But like what I said kanina, Warner Brothers, merong nakita sa pelikulang ito, kaya nila kine-carry at dinidistribute, diba? So congratulations. Next, we have for Direct Derrick, Clarita is a work of yours that really made its mark among viewers. What is it about the horror genre that fascinates you as a filmmaker?
Di ko rin alam. Hindi. Well, I've been a fan ng horror ng matagal naman na. I mean, sabi ko nga before is, lola ko pa lang is, lagi kasi pinapanood sa bahay yung horror. So, I think it's one of the reason why kung bakit ako nahihilig sa horror. So, and then, fascinating kasi siya for me in all aspects. So, kaya ako siya isa sa mga favorite na genre na ginagawa.
Okay. Dito na tayo sa ating mga nandito. First question will be coming from the editor of Abante, Jun Lalin. Hi. Teka lang sandali. Aakyat na lang ako dyan. Ayan.
Box office. I mean, bottom line, of course, you have to make money. So you have to make business. And we don't necessarily want to impress Warner Brothers. What we want to spread and expand our clout. So with this film, with the backing of Warner Brothers, I hope we be able to not just be a top roster, but to be shown not just here, but internationally. Para naman manotice din yung Philippine cinema and horror genre for that matter, because malakas yung horror dito sa Philippines.
Yes.
So, sana.
At tatlong characters mo. Hindi gaano kahirap. Hindi ko natatanong ko na hindi ka nahirapan kasi mukhang ang hirap eh. Pati voice mo iba. Okay.
It was really hard, but what made it easy was the vision of my director. Derrick knew what he wanted. He knew his vision. He had a vision. He knew his film, his story. Yung pagkakasulat ni Sir Enrico, napakalina. Though it went through several drafts. And the biggest blessing for me was having an acting coach, Tita Angie Casfrense. We were talking about the scene, every scene before. Kasi there were days, a lot of days that I was doing 3 characters all in one day. So you have to be specific and you have to know the journey of each character, which was, for me as an actor, nalatag siya na maayos. I mean, the story. And every time I would read it, from start to finish, lalo lumilinaw yung journey ng bawat character. So for me, malinaw yung pagkakaiba-iba ng 3 characters. But it was really hard. And masaya lang because ang laki ng production.
Yes, and trailer pa lang, ang ganda na maingganyan ka to watch yan. So ngayon, sabi ko kanina, congratulations. Pero eto kay Tita Miss Gloria Diaz. Kaya Tita Gloria, what made you accept Mallari? Knowing you, napaka-juicy mo, mapili mo nga, di ba? Hindi ko po sasabihin na ma-arte kayo, ha? Pero sa pagpili ng roles. Pero kilala kita, 80s pa yan, Chepe Cruz, kasi ngayon. So, buti po tinanggap niyo ang Mallari.
Wait, June, actually, yung mga anak ni Isabel at my children, yung mga apo-apo ko, they love scary movies. So sabi ko, I want to do this scary movie. Pero hindi ko actually alam exactly the story. As we were sure, although I read the script, hindi mo masyadong mag-gets in the beginning. Until, of course, I was talking to Derrick a lot, and then I was saying, bakit ganito, bakit ganyan? And then I realized what I have to do, and then I said, oh my God, kaya ko ba ito? So, on a whim, I said, okay, I wanna do a scary movie. Pero usually, kasi when you think of scary movie, nagugulat, or parang exorcist, never did I imagine, ito nga pala ganito, yung I don't wanna say, diba? So, it was different, and lately I've been liking to play something I've not played. So, I think I've done about 180 movies. So, this was different.
Sasama niyo yung mga apo niyo sa
Sana! Pwede
Diba?
sila, nilulusot ko sila.
Anong rate
No,
mo?
special showing, kasi gusto talaga nila yan. They call me na nga, Ma'am, she the manananggal.
Okay.
Pero ano ba to? General?
June, gagalit na si Jerry, ah.
Alam mo, sinabi talaga sa akin dalawa ko. Ang question ko kay Piolo and Miss Gloria. Sorry gusto ko lang malaman, G ba to or ano? Artery. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, June. Love you. Sorry ka.
Miss Gloria, siyempre most memorable, Jose Rizal, inahin Jose Rizal ang pagdal mo. Best supporting actress, Metro Manila Festival. Ikaw naman, mother ka naman ni Piolo. Baka ikaw ang dahilan kung bakit si Piolo. Kumusta yung pakikitrabaho kay Piolo sa nag-harness ka ba rito?
Ayoko nga sabihin, manood na lang kayo, hindi ba?
Kumusta?
Diba?
Nag-trabaho sa Piolo?
I love him. He is so nice. This is not the first time. I've worked with him before. But this time, I had more chance na manood sa kanya. Kasi syempre, pagka-eksena ko siya, you know, and he is different. He's ma-appeal. And of course, working with my director is the first time. But I've also seen him when he stands. So the more I got a little bit afraid, yung tense siya pag hindi niya makuha kung anong gusto niya. So I always go to him, tama ba yung ginawa ko? Kasi I'm very insecure when I start to work with a new director. Kasi you don't know what to expect from you. See? So I really enjoyed working in this picture because it was different. The location was difficult. The rain was hard and very far. But it was good. And I see the trailer pa lang yan, ha? Patikim pa lang yan.
Direct, second question. Kumusta na parang, ang hirap-hirap gawin ng movie, 3 timelines, tapos PIOLO Pascual, tapos ito yung mga cast mo, syempre ang gagaling. Parang ang daming challenges. Paano mo na itawid yung mga yun?
Well, masaya kasi siyang, nag-enjoy kasi ako sa mag-shoot ng horror. Siguro it's one thing na parang in-enjoy ko yung work. And then, like what you have said na, kasi masarap naman katrabaho yung staff, yung cast and yung staff. So, dumadali yung work for me. And malaking bagay din na yung, kumbaga, yung preparation namin during the pre-production. And then, the producer, si Brian and Mentorque was, kumbaga, binigay naman sa amin lahat kung anong kakailanganin namin. When I said na kailangan ko to for this particular scene or sa mga ganitong shots, pinagkakaloob naman. Malaking factor kasi yung yung masaya lang yung set. So yun is one of those things na siguro nagpagaan work dahil masarap katrabaho yung cast at madali rin sila katrabaho. Kung baging light set siya, good vibes lang yung set.
Ano yung pinaka-challenging, pinaka-mahirap na ginawa? Iminaw mo, kailangan kumamot.
Day 1. Yung day 1 ni PJ. Yung day 1 niya ay sinushoot namin ang ending. Day 1, ang ending kagad. So, gulatan.
Sobrang
Ano ba
gulat.
yun? Yun. Sobrang nagulat siya kasi doon na lang niya nalaman na kukunan na namin kagad yung ending ng day 1. So, syempre, yung lahat na yun, parang hindi pa namin napapayag ba ito? Day 1 ending. Yung gano'n. Eh, wala kaming choice eh. I mean, wala kaming choice kasi malaking factor yung prep. Saka mas mahihirapan yung team kapag hindi namin tulungan kagad ng day 1 yung ending. Kumbaga doon lang talaga magsaswak lahat. Given na kung ano meron kami. So, sinunod namin yung ending niya at 3 character kagad siya. At nilubog namin siya sa lupa, yun, libing. Libing na ba? Yun. Doon siya yung sobrang challenging siguro.
Okay, thank you, Jerry and June. Huwag po kayo magtatampo sa akin, ha, kapag medyo ka na kayo. Okay, next we have Nurse Almo, syempre writer for GMA News Online. Nurse, go ahead.
Hello, good afternoon po. Doon po sa trailer, parang nabanggit na sumpa ang isang ang magmahal. Sa actors po siguro, makaka-relate po ba kayo doon? Or na-feel nyo na, or nasabi nyo na sa sarili?
Si Jason o si Jason?
Sa akin talaga, aga, naramdaman ko yung aga. I think magiging sumpa siya kapag sobra. I think the right amount of everything is good with what passion that you need to give. I think whatever it is that is excessive is bad. So it's just the right amount of feelings and the right amount of here and here, then you're fine. I don't think it's so.
For me po, kaya siya parang tinawag na sumpa ang pagmamahal kasi parang paulit-ulit lang na nangyayari. I mean, masaya sa una, syempre pag nagmamahalan kayo. Then, parang parang at the end of the, parang may point na darating kayo sa situation na parang di naman tayo ganito nagkakilala or something. Bakit bigla tayo nagiging malungkot, di tayo magkaintindihan. So parang kaya siya tinatawag na sumpa kasi parang masasaktan ka, kumbaga lahat pagkatinanan mo. Pero paulit at paulit lang kahit kaninong tao or sinong tao yan. Parang, yan.
I beg to disagree with all of
Ika,
you.
JC.
Diba? The more you love, the better it becomes. At pwede mo makisabay-sabay yan. Diba? You can love one person, another guy on the side. Diba, meron? I'm talking physically. I'm only talking emotional, psychological. You can actually really love 2 or 3 people at the same time equally.
Nasabi na nila lahat. I think pwede siyang maging sumpa, siguro. Kapag, kaya siya tinawag na sumpa sa film kasi without spoiling much, siguro pag nagmahal ka kasi talagang gagawin mo ang lahat kahit ano para lang makita mong maging okay yung minamahal mo. Pero ako personally, hindi sumpa ang pagmamahal. Sabi na nila eh.
Taking it from the film's perspective, it's you will really you'll have to watch it. Why he got to that point where he said that, because even in the other timelines, there's also that kind of curse. But for me personally, I only think it is a curse if it becomes toxic already. Pag toxic na yung relationship ninyo, di ba? So, but love is love, you know, no matter how or what, when it's coming from the heart, it should be celebrated.
Last question for Derrick or Sir. Kasi yung Mallari reading lang, parang medyo, hindi naman siya talagang horror yung dating, yung story ni Mallari. Pero, paano niyo po nagawa yung na-mix yung pagka-horror sa nahirapan nito?
Yung totoong kwento ng Mallari na nasa Google at na-research namin sa Pampanga, syempre serial killer yung basis. Pero sobrang konti ang laman, sobrang konti, as in, pero pag ibang nakarating pa sa Madrid, nagpatawag pa kami para hanapin sa, walang makuhang data. So sabi namin, direct, pwede naman itong gawin nating Dahmer, pero pwede natin gawin Pinoy, kung saan ang cause ng lahat ng patayin at ang cause ng takot sa Mallari ay may pinanggalingan, hindi lamang sa tao ng galing. Kaya doon nagsimula ang pagiging supernatural niya. And besides, Filipinos love supernatural movies more than killer movies na napapanood lang natin sa Netflix. Kaya doon kami direct nagkasundo.
Well, dadagdagan ko lang din yung sinabi ni CS. Malaking factor din kasi dun sa pelikula, syempre sa dami na nilalabas ngayong horror. Kapag napanood nyo kasi, hindi lang siya one-sided, I think, na horror. I think marami siyang levels. Marami kaming in-input na levels ng horror na from supernatural to serial killer. And then at the same time na dito, psychological, meron din siya. Going back doon sa pinupoint nga doon sa question na kung madali ba siya na i-merge yung tatong timeline. Hindi. I mean, madugo ang pinagdaanan ng script. As in, it took us 7 drafts or 8 drafts.
And 2018, so
2018.
parang ilan yun?
Oo,
4 years?
4 years in the making yung material itself bago namin mailabas. Ang dami kasing butas ng research kasi, ng history natin kasi this is 1812, wala tayong records eh. It's one of the reasons why we have to go to as far as kumontak from Biblioteca sa Spain to see if there are court records doon about Severino Mallari. Pero hindi namin makuha, hindi mailabas ang records. Yes.
Archbishop lang.
Nasa Archbishop ang
mailabas.
permit. Oo.
Tsaka magastos eh, kaya nahirapan kami. Buti lang may Brian at Mastos. Otherwise, we wouldn't have seen the light of day. Yan ang mahal.
Okay. Next, we have Tessa Mauricio Oriola, editor of Manila Times.
Yes, hello, good afternoon po, and congratulations already. It looks like such a grand production. Yun na po yung tatanungin ko, perhaps maybe direct po, might be able to tell us, yung pagpasok po ng Warner Brothers, obviously, besides having a really compelling story, I'm sure the production value had really something to do with it. If you could talk a little bit more about the technical aspect po and, you know, just how much you had Mr. Brian spend his money on. Pwede pong bigyan niyo po kami ng idea about that.
Well, in terms of production value, it's one of those things. I do remember, Brian, kailan tayo nag-usap nito? I think parang first quarter pa this year, last year. Nung first quarter pa last year. And then, na-mention ko na kay Brian na parang, uy, malaking project to ha. Yun. I mean, hindi siya yung biro-biro na proyekto. And then, in terms of production value, it took us months to prepare. Actually, almost 1 year na para i-prepare lahat ng from each department, from the camera department to the production design, the scoring, the VFX, and then the mood boards, ang daming text na pinagdaanan. Kasi we are talking about 3 timelines, 3 production design, 3 camera style, kung paano mo siya i-merge. Madugo siya in a sense na ang dami namin kailangan iwasan. Ang daming kailangan na parang, oh wait lang, lumabas ng ganito, nagamit ng ganitong technique, nagamit ng ganitong design. So we have to, kumbaga, lumayo doon. Kasi syempre, it's cinema. We want to offer something new for all of you. So, laging nandun din yung consideration. Ang shot listing namin, it took us 2 weeks to finish a shot list. Lahat ng shots, lahat ng scenes. And then, wala pa dun yung mga revisions namin. And then, madugo, ang daming tech scouting na naganap sa costume, ang daming preparation. Ultimo, lahat ng details ng damit nila. So, kay Severino Mallari, madali lang eh. I mean, Paris siya eh, di ba? Pero the rest of the cast, sobrang madugo. I mean, ultimately, even the colors that we have to use is dapat nagkikwento and isn't available during that time. Remember, this is 1812. I mean, hindi pa tapos ang Troy Viv natin noon. I mean, butas ang colors natin. There are certain colors that we can only use because yun ang available. So, maraming consideration. Pero masaya siya kung gawin. Sobrang nag-enjoy kaming gawin. Kasi, like what we have said, hindi sa lahat ng panahon mabibigyan ka ng chance or opportunity to do something like this.
Thank you, Derek. And kay PIOLO na lang, obviously from what Derek has said, parang, you know, he transported you all to that era in the 1800s, no? And having to portray such a, you know, really dark character. How did you get out of it? So, you know, like during the downtime and then at the end of the production, nahirapan ba? And go with you hanggang kunwari sa pag-uwi mo.
The day after, I had a rehearsal for my concert happening a week later. So yun yung banlo ko. But it helped that I requested for a lock-in because I didn't wanna, be distracted. But at the same time, I just wanted to focus because doing 3 roles was a heavy task. But doing it, I don't know. He kept telling me magbanlaw ko after.
Di kasi biro yung material. I mean, for an actor.
Yeah, I had good sleep naman after every shoot, and everything just I guess fell into place. It was a fun set, even if it was a heavy material. Wala namang sigawang naganap, wala namang drama because mobile yung producer namin, ang ganda ng mga equipment namin. So we were taken care of really well, and at the same time, after that, walang choice to dwell because I had a lot of other things to do. So after that, I had a concert. So I guess yun na yung pinaka-way out. But living the character, it was nakakatakot. Yeah, it was scary. But I didn't have naman nightmares. But it was fun actually doing it. I really enjoyed it. Given a chance to do something like this again, I would do it in a heartbeat.
Let's lastly po, Sir Enrico, if you don't mind, I know you explained po earlier na kulang nga po yung history, material, and all that. That's why you had to do this parang 3-generational story. Pero how did you decide po na tatlo? In these actual generations, but how did you come to that decision na itong mga points na to ang
Totoo sagot. Mayabang kami ni Derrick. Nagyayabangan kami ng brainstorm. Pagka may isa ko sinabi, dadagdagan niya. Pag may isa siyang sinabi, dadagdagan ko. So, nung ginawa namin ng Mallari, di isa. Sabi ko, Derrick, ayoko na isa, kailangan 2 para may present day. Hindi, gawin mo 3. O ayun, naging 3. Nagsimula po sa pusta.
Totoo yun.
Totoo po yan.
Totoo yun. I mean, nagsimula siya as a joke. Na later on, lumalabas na agad 3. Kasi gumana na siya.
Pero but to answer properly, imposible kasi dahil 1812, tapos 2023, yung mga Gen Z, may tinanong ako, hindi na manganga. Tapos, so ala akong mahugot papuntang 2023, MMFF, syempre mga bata. So kailangan mo itawid ng konti, 1812, 1946, bago mag-2023. Dahil para madala yung tao, ay naimbento na ang camera, ay naimbento na ang TV, ang cellphone, kasi gamit po yun dun sa pelikula. Kasi nga po, walang records yung time na yun. So we had to create some supernatural manner para makita ng mga audiences na 2023 at 1812. So nagdagan ko na para rin maayos yung sagot, hindi lang pustahan. Kasi rin po, syempre kami ni Derrick, tinatry din namin gawing social commentary yung Mallari on what is fear ngayon sa mga tao. So, nung araw, 1812, ang fear ng tao, demonyo, maligno, kasalanan, asyenderong masungit, o asyenderong umapatay, nagre-rape. Ano po ba ang fear ng 1946 nung time na yon? 1946 to 1948, ano po yun? CIA nasa Pilipinas, nag-invento sila ng aswang sa probinsya, tinatagalin na ng dugo yung tao, kasi sinasabit nila sa puno, akala ng Pilipino aswang. So nagbabaan ang dalahap. Yun ang research namin. Tapos 2023, ano ba nakakatakot sa atin? Ang nakakatakot na yung kapwa-tao na, diba? Hindi na tayo masyadong takot sa mundo, takot tayo sa mga mananakit sa atin sa kanto or wherever. So it's really a good exploration of fear sa Pilipino through the centuries. And I hope makita po ninyo yun when you watch the movie. Hindi lang siya takutan, meron po siyang kumbaga latag ng naging kultura natin. Kung bakit laging tinatakot ang Pinoy ng Kastila, ng Amerikano, at ngayon tayo nananakot sa sarili na. Tapos na ba yung nakakahiya naman kayo. Pustahan lang pala.
Unfortunately, we have more. Next up, we have Benny Andaya from Pinoy News Channel, followed by Armin Adina of Inquirer.net. Benny, pasok. Ito po. Oo nga.
Okay. Question ko for JC Santos. JC, wala sila nakatrabaho mo na ngayon si PIOLO sa pelikula? And second, nag-change na ba yung mind mo na mag-quit sa showbiz dahil nakasama mo na si Mallari mismo?
First, isa siya sa top 3 kung bakit ko tinanggap yung project. Kasi my first one is the team, Derrick, Mentorque, and the Clever Minds. And the second is the script of Sir Rico. And of course, working with our very own PIOLO Pascual. He's the epitome of a walking discipline guy. Na wala akong masabi, and of course, working with him, na experience ko, I'm from the theater, so I know that I know my lines well, but whenever I'm in front of him, I miss a lot of things. He's a different guy. Lahat binibigay niya sa'yo. He's so generous, and it works so well whatever he does, kahit anong gawin sa screen. And I have so much respect for the person, as an artist, and him as an artist. And it's such a privilege to be working with him. And I'm not quitting showbiz yet. I found my home with Necessary Theater. So
last year yan ang dialogue.
Yeah. So I found my home with Necessary Theater with Mark Ingona. So we're gonna be doing a lot of theater while I'm doing the screen. That's it.
Thank you.
Armin.
Hello, magandang hapon. I have a question for JC, PIOLO, and Janela. Kasi this is the first time that I learned that a movie will be holding a fan con. So, how does it feel as an actor? What does it mean to you that your movie is holding a fan con? It's happening downstairs. Let's start with Ms. Janela Salvador.
Well, what we're gonna be doing later is we're gonna be performing then and having a Q&A now with the fans, which the Q&A part, I think that's a first for me. We don't usually do that. So, I think it's a great opportunity to be able to talk to our supporters, our audiences, and excited ako para mamaya kasi nga matagal-tagal ko na rin itong hindi nagawa, mag-mall show. Ever since nagka-pandemic, nagka-anak ako. Ayun, so, and it just shows that this production is really big. They've been giving everything they can. And so I'm really just grateful to be a part of it.
Thank you. How about JC?
I've never been to a fan con before, so I'm taking it as a celebration for me to celebrate my team here with our Mentorque. I want to tell people the standard that they gave us as artists. Nung time na nag-shoot kami, they gave us everything. They make us feel so comfortable. It's not just me, even all the staff, all comfortable. And I think sila yung nag-set ng standard na lahat, sinasabi ko to sa lahat ng mga co-actors na nakatrabaho ko that, Mentorque, I found home with them. Kasi nga, I was treated so well, and I know that they're gonna be doing a lot of amazing, great materials, incredible materials in the future with that leader here. So, for me, this is gonna be celebrating with them na we have this movie for Metro Manila Film Festival. Lagi po, nasa swerte po ako na lagi akong merong ganitong Metro Manila Film Festival. Nasa swerte ako with Meant to Beg Before, Miracle and Cell Number 7, and Family Matters last year. And now with this one, so I'm speechless, I'm kidding. But so whatever is gonna happen later, I take it as a celebration. Baka maglabas ako ng alak to cheers with that.
Thank you, JC. How about Mr. Pascual?
Okay. I guess it's FanCon is a way to connect the audience. Not just to promote the film, but to also interact with them. So it's a good way to not just promote, but to also have them listen to them, have them around you, so that they would know more about, what you are trying to sell them. But also, a way of Thanksgiving as well. Because sila naman yung kailangan mo, to make business. But at the same time, it's also good because you give them that importance, diba? Uso sa ngayon eh. And people want to be able to interact, not just through camera, but also in person. So it's a good way to promote the film.
Thank you very much. Congratulations in advance to the Mallari family.
Okay, thank you, Armin and Benny. I don't happen to see her around. G. Trilliana, are you here? Are you sorry, ma'am? I love you. Sorry po, maliit ang mata. Next up, we have G. Trilliana, editor of Malaya, followed by Don Sorvino of Abante.
Hello, good afternoon po. My question is for Derrick. Ang ganda po nung sinabi ni Sir Enrico about it being a cultural, it presents so many layers, diba? But of course, Mallari also deals with death and crime. So, how did you make this palatable, or how do you make this palatable to FF viewers? Parang, how do you plan to convince them to watch this during a season of merrymaking?
Malaking factor yung emotion. Malaking factor yung... I think it's one of the reasons kung bakit siya nasa trailer. Di ba sumpa ang magmahal? Kung bakit niya sinabi yun. Doon namin, yun yung in-inject namin na isa sa mga bago doon sa... Usually kasi di ba kapag horror, expected mo na matatakot ka, expected mo na merong, kumbaga meron talagang story na susundan. Pinasok namin yun kasi para at the same time, meron susundan naman talagang kwento na hindi lang siya nakakatakot. And then, at the same time, kaya namin sinasabi na may hirap yung script kasi yung pag-marry ng social commentary ng material na hindi ka lang matatakot na meron kang mapupulot paglabas mo. And then at the same time, that you know na this is something that could happen to you in all levels, in different levels nga lang. And then at the same time, na mag-enjoy ka kasi it's a horror movie.
Kasama pa rin ang palala ako. Thank you, Direk. For Janela, you made that splash as Valentina. What was it in Mallari that convinced you to accept this project?
To be honest with you, before I accepted this film, sabi ko sa sarili ko, parang gusto ko munang magpahinga sa horror. Kasi medyo nata-typecast na rin ako sa mga horror. My first film was Haunted Mansion, it was horror. I did Bloody Crayons, it's also a slasher film. Killer Bride, parang naging tuloy-tuloy yung horror, hindi siya nawala. And I said, gusto ko muna magpahinga. But as soon as I read the script, sabi ko, this is something na hindi ko pwedeng palagpasin. It's so well written, it's very detailed. Kahit hindi mo siya, tama yung sabi ni Ms. Gloria, hindi mo siya maiintindihan fully if you just read it. But it's so detailed and beautifully written, and even up to the smallest characters are characters. Everything's well written, so... Pero kinabahan ako ng slight, dahil hindi ko lang... Parang kinabahan ako kasi hindi ko lang makakatrabaho dito si Papa P. Partner ko siya dito. So kinabahan ako, pero I couldn't let it pass. So yeah.
We're sure you'll bring a different flavor naman to compared to your other,
definitely, yes.
Your other iterations. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, next we have Don Sorvino of Abante.
Ayan. Hi, Janela. Follow-up ko na rin yung question ng G. Kinabahan ka kay Piolo because
he's Piolo.
Okay.
It's just that he's accomplished so much, and
may pa-tribute na naman kay Piolo.
Yeah. Hindi, pero nung nasa set na
ayun
kami,
nga, kumusta si Piolo?
never niya pinaramdam. Never ko naramdaman yon na Piolo siya. He's actually, like I said, he's very generous. I could see him also really working hard for this role. Lahat kami dito parang we're all really just trying to portray our roles, na pantay-pantay kami. And yeah, he worked very hard for this then.
Hindi yes. Napansin, this is the year of PIOLO Pascual.
Yes!
Diba? Sunod-sunod, parang walang tigil.
At nagko-concert pa yan dito sa Pilipinas at sa abroad, diba? At nag-host pa ng The Eddies. And follow pa, Janela, ano pa rin, ikaw ba, matatakotin ka ba in real life? At sabi kasi na pag horror movie ang ginagawa, usually may na-encounter na mga scary or horror stories talaga sa set. The last time na interview namin si Piolo, meron siyang mga konting kwento, although parang hindi naman siya yung personal na naka-experience. Parang sa set, ikaw ba meron ganon? Naka-experience ka ba ng nakakatakot sa set mismo?
Dito sa set na to, wala.
Okay.
Pero nung Oh My G, hindi ko alam kung nakwento ko na to dati. Kwento ko ba ulit?
Sige, okay.
Nung Oh My G, since...
I-connect lang natin dito sa Mallari.
Dahil horror. Yeah, nung Oh My G, I was just 17 at the time. And it was a show about God, if you didn't know. So, syempre, it's very spiritual. Everything was revolving around that. Tapos I would visit the church, yung mga Carmelite sisters, ganyan. So pumunta ako sa church, nilapitan ako ng isang madre, tapos sabi niya, lagi ako nanonood ng Oh My G, kailangan mo mag-pray, kasi lagi daw may nakahawak na black na kamay sa shoulders ko. Sa dalawang eksena, may nakikita daw siya. So, yeah, after that, they prayed over me. Medyo may exorcism ng slight na naganap. So, as a teenager, pinagdaanan ko yun. Ayun, yun na yung...
So, yun yung kamay na nasa shoulder mo.
Yeah, natanggal naman siya.
Okay, natanggal na. Thank you very much and good luck.
Thank you, Don Don. Baka yung kamay lang yun sa Adam's Family. Joke. Next, we have Morley Alino. Saan kaya manggagaling ang question ni Morley ngayon? Saang parte ng katawan mo, Morley Alino?
Yes, magandang hapon. Ayan, tanong ko muna direct. Curious ako. Bakit nila sa poster lahat nakanganga?
Yun. Kailangan yung panoorin. Pero actually, sigaw yun, di ba? Sigaw yan.
Required ba talagang nakanganga?
Screen yan.
Okay, the question is this. Galing sa puso ko. Piolo, ano ang greatest fear mo sa buhay mo? Ano ang pinakatatakutan mo mangyari sa iyo?
Mamatay?
Bakit?
Siyempre, sayang yung buhay. So you wanna live it well. And I don't wanna run out of time. So, I'm just really maximizing my time here on Earth. Kasi pag nawala ka na, sayang, tapos na yung buhay mo. So that's my biggest fear.
Pag nawala ka na, tapos ang buhay mo,
Yes.
paano mo pinaghahandaan ang pag-alis mo?
Sa dami ng ginagawa ko, bahala na ang Diyos sa akin.
Tama naman. Kay Janela. Janela, question. Ayan.
Nakabahan.
Nakabahan daw bigla. Question ko ay, dumating na ba sa buhay mo ang kinatatakutan?
Wow. Nung pinanganak pa lang po ako, andun na po siya, yung nanay ko po.
Bakit?
Self-explanatory na po. Hindi ko na kailangan i-explain, ba't ako natatakot sa kanya?
Kay Ma'am Gloria, bilang isang napakahusay na artista, bilang isang natatanging ganda, Ma'am Gloria, sa dekada na pinagdaanan po natin ngayon, ano po yung isang bagay na kinatakutan ninyo na nagtatibay sa inyong pagkatao?
Hindi ko naman naisip yan. Ito ang tinitin-komentary. Ano ang bagay na kinakatakutan mo?
Mo na nagpatibay sa'yo.
Na nagpatibay sa akin. Well, I cannot think of anything because I'm still scared of many things. I mean, I was scared when I joined Direct. It took me I think on the third shooting day, parang lumakas na ang loob ko. I'm still, every time I shoot, talagang kinakabahan ako the first few days. Kasi baka hindi ko kaya ito. I'm always thinking, ano kaya? Matras na lang ako. I'm really like that. From the first time I've ever done a movie, except my first movie, parang wala lang, picnic. Pero afterwards, I realized what it is. So, every time I do a movie, I don't think any past experience can help me because I'm always kabado. That's why kasama. Marami akong kasama. Oh, how was it? Okay yun, okay yun. O, di, ganun pa rin. I'm still scared. I don't think I've experienced anything na okay na, kaya ko na ito. I'm like that.
Last question kay Derek. Derek, question ko. Kumbaga sa laban, ang laban na ito ay nasa arena kayo. 10 maglalaban sa isang kompetisyon. 10 pelikula ang kailangan panoorin ng mga tao. Question.
Ang daming question, ha? Naku, ha? Baka mamaya dalawa na aaway sa akin dito, ha?
Nalakas na to. Sige na nga, wag na nga. Question direct. Sa 10 pelikula na itatanghal sa darating na Metro Manila Film Festival, question ko, bakit kailangang unahin namin panoorin ang Mallari kumpara sa 9 na pelikulang nakahain sa Metro Manila Film Festival? O ayan, last na yun.
Malaking factor yung never in the history ng film, for me I mean sa akin lang, opinion ko lang po ito. Wala pa akong alam na pelikula na natin na nagawa ng ganito. Na 3 ang timeline, na tinahin into 1. It's a horror movie, it's a social commentary, and then the overall theme is love. I don't know. Siguro kayo. Wala pa. Siguro yun yung isa sa mga laban ng Mallari. I mean, it's everything that you were looking for. Kaya nga siguro yun yung namin na parang ito yung pelikula na kapag pinanood mo, lahat ng senses mo gagana. Kasi sinigurado namin yun doon sa pelikula. I mean, it's one also the reason kung bakit ganun katagal yung material bago namin nailabas. We could easily do a material na sobrang dali, ganito. Pero we want to offer something new. Na kapag nilabas niya na, kahit anong mangyari, mataalala nyo, Mallari.
Ayan, tapos tayo dito. So yun, so definitely, we have to support all the films. And I think nasabi ni Derek kung anong rason kung bakit nyo kami unahin. But this is a celebration.
Yes, it's a
of our culture. Kaya talagang pagkiligin natin ng pelikulang Pilipino, unahin yung Mallari. Ayan.
Yes.
Okay.